Hey there guys, today I'm here with a game I think is pretty good called Warframe. Sorry, kind of blanked out for a minute then. It is, easiest way to describe this game is kick-ass space ninjas. Not even joking, that is probably the best way to describe this. The way it works, it's an online game. You can play alone, but obviously you still have to have an internet connection to connect to the servers and everything. You play co-op. There is PvP that they've put in, but it's pretty broken at the moment. The way it works, you are what they call a tenno, and you have these suits here called Warframes, which basically give you abilities. So this is my favourite, Ash. The reason why it's level 15 is because you can essentially prestige the frame once you reach rank 30, which is the highest. These ones with the ticks are all the ones I own, so I own 4 frames. Ash is... It also gives you a description, so here it says, Ash is great for players looking for a stealthier approach to combat. Lethal abilities are complemented by powers of distraction. The Ash's abilities, he has a shuriken, which you can see here, smoke screen, which he throws, makes you invisible and stuns enemies around you. Teleport, you can teleport to friends or enemies, and blade storm is where the Ash basically teleports around, killing people. Cause that's like each thing has like a finisher ability, if that makes sense to any of you guys. I'm not going to show any gameplay yet. I'm just going to basically describe how this is, and if you want to see gameplay, then leave a comment and say, yeah, we want to see some gameplay of this, we want to see you play it, so on and so on. You also have like clans, which I am in a clan called Bladestream, which I shall link their Facebook page below. In the description. I shall also link to this game in the description, and I'll basically just explain what each of these frames, the basics of the game. You have your primary weapon, your secondary weapon, and your melee weapon. You can also get something called a guardian, well, a sentinel even, and each sentinel is different. They have different abilities. I've only got 2 sentinels. I've got this one, Death Cube, which is a pure attack sentinel, and I have one called Shade, which is a stealth one. Basically makes you go invisible when enemies are near, things like that. It does have attacks, but like that. This and each weapon, there's multiple types of everything. There is so much to explain, I could not go through it all. Let's put it simply. This is a 2-handed weapon. This is a 2-handed weapon. One-handed weapon. One-handed weapon. Then you also get dual weapons. Obviously, the one-handed weapons have low damage but are faster hitting. Dual weapons have same damage, slightly. I think they're about the same hitting, obviously, but there's fast as well. Two-handed are major power hitters, and they're averageously slow. However, the good thing about this is that you don't just get this, you level up each one, and as you level up you unlock slots like this, which allow you to have, well, you have your frame abilities, which you obviously need to level up before you can actually equip your abilities. It's basically like a card game. You have these cards, you can upgrade these cards to make your frame, to make the cards more powerful. You then put the cards into your frame's abilities, and then this improves your frame by that much. So for example, this one, Vitality, this gives me 200% more health, so my current health plus 200% of what it is, so double, well, it would be triple technically. So triple what I've got, that's my health. There's also all sorts for shields, things like that. You get weapon ones. There's ones for your frames, your weapons. Each weapon has their own unique ones. You have kunai. Well, these are secondary. There's all sorts of different. Some weapons have their own specific cards, which they can only use on that weapon, which is quite interesting. Another thing, obviously, you got your melee weapons. You then have. Let me think about this right now. You have your different types of missions. Each mission, obviously, each planet here has a different level. Some of them are, say, like 85 to so and so, but that's the enemy levels. So, for example, Mercury. If I go into Mercury, look at, I don't know, this one, this is a boss, level 3 to 5. So the enemies should be between level 3 to 5. Think I'm correct to that. Also, and then I'll show you another example. I haven't really unlocked every single one, but like Eris here, for example, this is level 40 to 43. Obviously, your frame can't go to 40 to 43, but that's what level the end. Look at that, 45 to 85. the way it basically goes is the further you get through, the higher the level it becomes. Especially like you get your different types of missions too. So you have your sabotage, which is where you have to go and destroy some objects, usually like a vehicle looking thing, like multiple usually. You also have capture, where you have to capture the target and then get back to the extraction. You always have to get back to the extraction at the end of each mission. Apart from survival. Survival is basically you I'll just go along and tell you each one. Exterminate, so you have to kill every single enemy on the map. Rescue, where you have to rescue a prisoner, obviously. That sound basically is sabotage, you know what that is. Assassination, where you have to kill a boss. Survival is a new-ish game mode where the life support gets turned off, and you have to survive as long as you can, keep picking up the life supports, and then eventually you can extract from the zone. There's also defense, which is where obviously it's basically like a horde mode, and you have to survive constantly through the different waves. I'm sorry if I'm boring you, by the way. I don't mean to, but let's see what else I can explain. There's also the in-game currency called platinum. You occasionally get free platinum. You get your mastery level, and your mastery level, the higher your mastery level, the more weapons you can get. You can essentially get more weapons. Let me show you. Equip. Oh crap, not that one. This one, equip. So the weapons are all here. Some of them look XP lock, this is for example. So if I hover over this, it doesn't tell me, but if I purchase, there you go. You require level 4, which obviously I don't have yet, I don't believe. Wait, what? Okay, I am level 4, so why can I not get it? Sorry about that. Didn't mean that. So that's weird. Also, there are... Also, I'm about to cough because I have quite a bad cough at the moment. Bloody hell, dying here. Let me think what else I can tell you guys. Foundry, this is also useful. You get blueprints for things, and then you get to make the items. You have to gather the items which you get from missions. You obviously get all these things, and you can make the items you want. So, like, boomerang. And then you get your prime missions. Prime missions are specific missions. You have to get a specific key to do these missions. And then, like, the parts for, like, weapons and other warframes you can get. You can create warframes when you get the blueprints, and then you have to get multiple other things. Blueprints for each part. So you get the blueprint for the actual warframe. So, for example, my Ash Warframe, I'd get the Ash blueprint. I then have to get the Ash Helmet blueprint, Ash Systems blueprint, and Ash Chassis blueprint. I then have to get the parts for each of those blueprints, make all those, and once I've made all 3 of those parts, I can then use those parts to make the final thing. It's quite tedious, and sometimes the parts are pretty hard to come by. But, oh well. And then you get things like this, Reaper weapons where you can only get them from these special void missions where you have to get a void key to get into the mission. There's also boss weapons which you can only get from bosses, and these special keys where they do derelict missions. These keys here, they like to do derelict mission. There's usually a vault within the derelict mission which you can then get in and do all sorts. At the moment though, so this one for example, this is what I have, reduces your speed. The reason I have this one is because I have the Ash, which has the fastest base speed out of all the warframes, so that's always useful, and that's my favourite frame. I'm re-leveling them up. I basically explain what each of the frames do now, and then we shall end. And then obviously you guys can comment, say, yeah, we want to see some gameplay. Ash is basically the fast running, hard hitting, but he can't take too much. He's pretty powerful. His shuriken ability is friggin' amazing, I'm not even joking. The highest level it throws 2 shurikens, and they pretty much chop people. There is decapitation, not decapitation, I'm trying to think of the word. Since I can't think of the word, I'll just say army droppy offy, body droppy offy. So he's basically like the hard hitting, high crit. Frost is your semi-tank. He has quite hard hits, and he's also rather defensive. He's not that fast, he's averagely slow, and he but he hits quite hard too, which is also a bonus. Sarin is a really high hitting frame with her abilities. She mostly does damage over time, but she has some, like her miasma, basically just like corrodes everyone in the room. It's amazing. Volt, he's similar to the Ash. He's high hitting, but he's quite high hitting with his abilities. He's electricity. His abilities are she is poison, obviously, as I've basically just said. Frost is basically what it says, the ice. Ash is stealth. Banshee, sound. Ember, fire. Excalibur's weapons, swords. Loki is deception. Mag is obviously what it said. Necros is death. Nova is like a space vortex kind of thing. Nyx is psychic. That's it. Rhino's your main tank. He's pretty much takes everything. Trinity's your healer. Vauban is like traps and things like that. That's basically all the frames. I could go through all the weapons, but I am not even joking. I'll show you now. Actually, I'll show you in the market, because that's probably the best way to show you. Market. Weapons. Look how many bloody weapons are in the game. These are obviously all melee and all that crap as well. And then obviously you can buy the blueprints from the market, and then buy them from there. You can then buy your Warframes. They are actually rather expensive. I will warn you now that platinum is quite expensive. Granted, if you get some for free, that's pretty good, which you do occasionally. You get to buy loads of other things. There's bundles, which is kind of a discount off if you buy everything separately, but personally, I just kind of do it yourself. It saves you a lot of hassle. If you want to spend money on it and you've got the money to spend, then go for it. If you're going to play the game a lot, then you may as well. So this was my conclusion to the game called Warframe. Ninjas play free is what it says on the website, as you will see if you click the link below. I'll also give you the link to my clan's bloody thing, you know what I'm on about. Clan's Facebook page, that's it. There's also a link to my Facebook page, which you can follow, like. I don't currently use it because I don't have that many people liking it. Once I get a few more likers, then obviously I'll have people using it, so it's easier than keep going on YouTube checking I've got new content, so on and so on, because a lot of people use Facebook. I've also got a Twitter which I follow, which every single video which I make gets posted onto Twitter, so that's always good. You can always check that out for me, follow me on there, and you can check out my other videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. My channel trailer's on now, which is, if I must say so myself, the music makes it pretty good. The music makes everything good. I'm not even joking. Put that music with anything and it is good. If you haven't subscribed, obviously you can see that. You can also see it if you have subscribed just by going onto my video list, and it should be on there. I usually play War Thunder and World of Tanks. You can hit me up on them. My name on War Thunder is Pazzer. World of Tanks is PazzerGames, because I couldn't have Pazzer. So my name on this is Pazzer123, so you can also hit me up on here as well. My Steam name, which will be below, if you ever want to talk to me on that, add me on that. You can always talk. I'm always happy to play with you guys. I mean, I can even make a video out of you, be like, hey, I've been playing with this subscriber today, so on, so on. Just Trouble in Terrorist Town. If any of you have Gmod and Trouble in Terrorist Town, play that with me, because I need more people. I've recently created a server for that, and I need people to play with me on it. I have a few friends, but it's a bit boring when you play with the same 3 people, my new people, so overall, guys, hit me up, check out my other videos, subscribe, like, and play this game and other stuff. So see you later, and goodbye.